Hi guys, it's Nicola Bird here from A Little Peace of Mind. I wanted to share with you this week something that kind of landed in my head this week, an insight if you like, and it's still kind of unfolding for me, but I wanted to jump in and record this video for you and see if hopefully it's helpful to you. So what I suddenly realised, I was standing at the kitchen and I was just making some coffee. Right, so or a cup of tea, just the average, reaching the kettle, getting my cup, putting a tea bag in, getting on with what I was doing. And I suddenly felt this feeling of just happiness, just calm, peace and happiness. And in that feeling of calm, peace and happiness, this thought came to mind. And I realized that my life wasn't the way that I wanted it, and yet I was still happy. I was in lockdown. One of my kids was falling to bits about something and desperately unhappy. I had a problem with a logistics thing with my floral project. I haven't been exercising as much as I've wanted to. I have, it's my wedding anniversary and I couldn't think of how to sort something out for my husband. There's a garden project that I want to create that I can't because I haven't got the funds for it. And so the garden isn't as I want it. My kids weren't as they wanted it. My wedding anniversary wasn't as I wanted it. Like, there were so many things. If you'd asked me to write a piece of paper, like all the things that are not perfect in your life right now. And I could have written you a long, big list. And I realized that perfect happiness, none of that needing to change. Like, I had a realization of that. And then the next thought that came along was, well, what if that's always true? Like, I just realized that the amount of time we spend trying to change things in the outside world so that we can be happy is unnecessary. And it's what most of us spend all our time doing, and we don't need to. And I don't know, when I have an insight like that, it just comes with this huge weight off my shoulders, a huge falling off of my to-do list, and a sense of freedom and lightness. That's what insight gives me when I have an insight. What if we didn't need to spend so much time, or even any time, trying to change things in the world outside of us? What if none of that needs to change for us to be happy? What if we could just be happy anyway, regardless of whether the world is as we want it or not? I know, we've talked about this many times before, but we just get to see the same thing over and over again more deeply. And it just, like the penny dropped and it so fell into place. Now, does that mean that I don't do anything? No, like if you know me, I'm always up to something. Doesn't mean that I'm not trying to fund my garden project. It doesn't mean that I'm not changing things around my kids. It doesn't mean that I'm not creating solutions for wedding anniversary presents. Doesn't mean that I'm not solving logistical problems in my business. But it does remove any pressure from those things having to change first so that I can be happy later. It just means I can be happy and do those things if I so want to, but it feels like I'm doing them for a different reason, just because they're there to be done, just because they're there to be done. And I hope this makes sense to you. And even if it doesn't, I thank you for giving me the opportunity to share. I love sharing fresh insights with people, but it was just that what if it was never necessary to change the outside world ever again, and we could find the thing that we're all looking for? I'll leave you with that, and I will speak to you again next week. Take care. Bye-bye.